I can't tell you how much these historical markers mean to me, having grown up here in Orange Beach. And my county commissioners, to celebrate the Alabama 200, that was one of the things that they asked those of us that are on the Baldwin County Historic Development Commission to do, was to do historic markers throughout the county. Well, they didn't have to convince me. And thank goodness my city has stepped up to the plate, and they paid for 4 this year, and you will be having 2 more next year and 2 the following year. I want to introduce just a few people before we unveil the marker. Representing the county today is Felicia Anderson. Felicia is head of Archives and History. Then I have my mayor. I'm going to let him speak here in a few minutes. I have my mayor and Kim Grimes, the city administrator. I have Jeff Silvers, Annette Mitchell, Jerry Johnson. Am I missing someone? I think that's it. And again, it just really makes me happy to have everybody here. And then I will...
She didn't even introduce you.
There needs no introduction.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Felicia, for being here. We really appreciate that. I'm going to take a few seconds. There's a lot of us here, the elected officials, but more importantly is the folks that are here to support the community and take the time out of your day to come. And we appreciate that more than anything. Thank you, buddy. I got my tall shoes on. But I just, again, this is a very special monument to me. It means a lot of different things. And I'm going to let Miss Margaret briefly go into that. But one thing that it represents is the original, real, official road to Orange Beach, which is right there. And there's no reason that that real official road shouldn't be the official road to Orange Beach again. So we have got to figure out how to make that happen. So, but I do want to take time to introduce some special guests that are here. We have, well, first off, most of you know at my advanced age, I can't remember my wife's name half the time, so pronouncing theirs could be somewhat of a challenge. So I'm only going to do their first names for that reason. From the Ukraine, the city of Ken, where are you at? Volgograd on the Black Sea. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Mayor Alla Slavic, one of our councilmen, Michael, who's one of our councilmen, George, her son, who's in New Jersey going to college, who after today will enroll at the University of Alabama, right? Roll Tide? Yeah. Okay. Thank y'all for being here. They're going to be here through the evening and come and watch our council meeting and go home and know what not to do. So glad y'all are here. But again, one more time, thank y'all. We appreciate you, and I hope, thank you, good Lord, for the weather.
Thanks, Tony. Romar Beach has a lot of history, and this Romar Bed and Breakfast has a lot of history. And thank goodness, Jerry Gilbreth, Jerry, stay right there. Jerry bought it back in 1981, and you know how I am about keeping history in the area. Jerry, I want you to talk just a few minutes about it.
Thank you, Miss Margaret. Thank everybody for coming out. I'm an old politician from Laurel, Mississippi, and I went to Ole Miss, so to all you damn Alabama people. Anyway, I bought the place from Judge Hocklander. He was a senior circuit judge in Mobile, Alabama in 1980 after Hurricane Ivan demolished this place. And this is the original Romar House. It's the last house that's not been bulldozed down to build one of them. But you can clap for that. And Miss Roach, I brought her here about 5 or 6 years ago before she died. And there's a big table in there that's pine, and she said, this is the original table. My father and an Italian carpenter was building that table when she went to bed. And when she got up, the table was finished, and there was her father and the Italian carpenter was laying on the floor, and there was a bunch of wine deals, so they had really built the table. I've not changed a thing on it except Brad Patterson, raise your hand, Brad. He is my architect, and he and I changed a few things. We have the Purple Parrot bar here and the Purple Parrot gift shop, and otherwise it's all the same. And I want to invite y'all to come through the house. My managers were just checking in. The last person, I thought we was going to have it wide open today, but you can't go into the Romar suite upstairs or the captain's quarters downstairs, my little old room. But otherwise, you can go anywhere in it. There's a big bar up there from New Hampshire. It's the original bar from New Hampshire, and it sits there as a token of, I own a bar in Belize, and I built the Purple Parrot Island Resort on Perdido Key and named it after my bar in Belize, which this bar is named after it too. Anyway, I want to introduce my new managers. They are Mary and Chris right here. Give them a hand. Because they've really worked. We've just finished putting the roof on this thing, and you got a good roofer in Travis. What? Curtis. And he just finished it yesterday. So raise your hand, Curtis. He's a member of your board, and he gave me a 10% discount. So that's it, Miss Margaret.
I also want to introduce the people that are here with my Baldwin County Historic Development Commission. My chairman, Bob Glennon. Would you hold the hand up, Bob? Claudia Campbell. Claudia represents the north end of the county. And where is Price? There he is. That Alabama hat on. Price Legg is one of our new members. Okay. Want me to read the script?
Yeah, okay, go ahead and read it.
Okay. Romar Beach began as a large homestead property with 3 miles of beachfront spanning from Gulf State Park to Highway 161 in Orange Beach. The original property now covers only 480 feet. It was a true homestead, and the owners were required to till the soil. Of all the attempts over the years, only oleander trees survived. The owners were business friends from Mobile, Alabama, Spurgeon Roach and Carl Zeitz Martin. The 2 first letters of Roach and the first 3 letters of Martin formed the name Romar. Their 2 houses built around 1924 were the first houses built on the beach. It was difficult to assess their property, so the 2 men built their own road south from Canal Road straight to the beach. This included a wooden bridge built over the freshwater lakes. For stability, the roadway was corduroyed with logs and lumber across the swamp and sandy land. That is now Powerline Road, right over here. The other,
It'll be open one day, isn't it, Mayor?
yes. On the other side, the 1924 Spurgeon Roach house has survived many storms. It was originally built on pilings. A second story was added later, and it's been strengthened through many renovations over the years. Jerry Gilbreth of Mississippi purchased the Roast House around 1980. In 1991, he turned it into the original Romar House Bed and Breakfast. It is still operating as Alabama's first Gulfside B&B. The original Carl Martin House stood until 1979 when Hurricane Frederick destroyed it. Mac Shelby was the caretaker of the Romar homestead, which was adjacent to the Gulf State Park. Lake Shelby, located within the park, is named for the Shelby family. Most of the original Roach Romar homestead was sold to developers over the years, and many buildings in the area carry the Romar name, including Romar Beach Baptist Church, Romar Tower, Romar Place, Romar Beach Condos, Romar Lake Development, and the Romar Beach Public Access. And now, I'll turn it over to Jerry.
Mr. Roach probably would have a heart attack if he saw that. But I'm going to now, myself, along with the managers, will there you go. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Y'all support this place because it only has 7 rooms, and we would not be here if it wasn't for the local people. So when you have people come in for Christmas and Thanksgiving, come over here and let them stay here instead of your house. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jerry, and thank all of you for coming.